Hey, it's Mark Wahlberg. Welcome to Click TV.
Welcome to Click TV.
Come in close, because the more you think you see, the easier it'll be to fool you. Because the closer you think you are, the less you'll actually see.
You've had a great variety of roles in your career so far, and do you just try and pick things that are very different all the time?
I get sent very different things. I don't know how really people perceive me, but I'm often sent things that I can't picture myself in.
Okay.
And then when I do it, I feel still a little ill at ease. And then when it comes out, I don't watch it and just I'm kind of worried that people will think I'm not right for it. So I don't really know how I'm perceived, but when I write stuff for myself, it's very different than what I get sent.
Okay, so when you saw this, it was a role that you couldn't see yourself in, so you took it, kind of?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when I read the script, I thought, I can't play this kind of character. He's like the most arrogant stage performer, and I'm the most nervous stage performer. So, it's kind of like a challenge. And when I get sent roles that I think are not challenging, I don't want to do them, because to me it feels like probably wouldn't, I don't know, it just feels like maybe I wouldn't do it well.
So you were always looking at the Atlas role, you never looked at anything else in the script, particularly?
No, they sent it to me for that character, and then I was the first actor to sign on to the movie, and then when they told me who else was going to be in it as the movie progressed in terms of casting,
yeah.
I didn't know who was playing what, because they would tell me Michael Caine just signed on to it, and I thought he was playing Woody Harrelson's role because that was originally written as an English character, and then I thought Woody Harrelson was playing Mark Ruffalo's role. So it was great. Then when we were finally on set, everything made sense.
Makes sense. Yeah, I was going to say, do you think magicians are just kind of overconfident and arrogant? Is that something that you have to be almost?
Well, you have to be able to be comfortable deceiving people, and part of being comfortable deceiving people is kind of feeling, I don't know, maybe kind of some superiority, which probably usually comes out of an insecurity. So I don't know, it's probably psychologically very complicated to be a magician, but you also have to feel comfortable looking at somebody in the eye and telling them you're doing something and then doing the complete opposite.
You've played a few characters that could be called quite arrogant as well, or overconfident. Is that, again, something that you do because it feels quite different to yourself?
Yeah, I'm, I guess, like maybe more a shy person, so it's kind of fun to play a character that allows you to live out the fantasy of maybe being obnoxious or something, because then you're doing it within a safe context. Like in this movie, my character is very obnoxious to Michael Caine, and that's something like, that was not a fantasy of mine, but it's a really weird thing to be able to look at that person, you have so much admiration for and reverence and be condescending.
Well, do you think there's any sort of parallel between actors and magicians in terms of how they deceive people, I suppose?
I think there's a very kind of fine difference between acting and being a magician. Like, I do plays in New York, but when I go on stage, I don't tell people that I'm really me and this is real. Like I just did a play that takes place in Poland. I didn't tell anybody that this is actually Poland. They know they came off the streets in New York City. But a magician will do that to an extent. They'll say their names and they'll say, I'm about to chop this woman in half, and then you chop somebody in half, and of course you're not doing that. And there's the kind of comfort with deception that I don't think actors have.
Well, the movie, some people might call it preposterous, but I mean, that's on purpose. It's not like you tried to make a serious movie and this happened by accident. Do you think that it's fun to make and just an entertaining movie sometimes?
Preposterous in terms of what, the plot line?
Yeah, in terms of the narrative leaps and in terms of the tone of it. The tone of it is silly on purpose.
Yeah, the movie is kind of structured like a magic trick. Like, it shows you all these things and you're trying to piece it together, and then at the end you realize it's actually something a lot more complicated than you expected, or in some cases more simple. There's all these twists and turns. I guess it's kind of set up like a magic trick. But that seems more like logical than most movies, don't you think?
Okay, yeah, I suppose at least it's more
I mean, the other
obvious.
movie that's out now is about a flying superhero.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Ours is about like,
more
real
realistic.
things. Yeah, it's more set in reality, even though it's like more exciting than reality.
I read you don't watch your movies,
Yeah.
so you haven't seen this with an audience. You don't get to experience that part of it. Would that not be interesting for you?
No, it'd be more kind of like mortifying. I don't really like watching myself or listening to the sound of my voice, or looking in a mirror or looking down at my hands or taking a shower with clothes off. So,
All those things.
yeah, so it's uncomfortable to watch a movie, of course.
But just finally, what can people expect from Now You See Me?
I think Now You See Me is like one of these rare fun movies that has all these interesting plot twists that are actually surprising. You know, it's the kind of movie that makes you really feel smart while you're watching it as you're piecing it together, and then stupid at the end for missing the twist entirely.